There's a very interesting book I read long time back when I was a child. It's Three Men in a Boat. I am sure all of you must have read it. It's a very interesting one. In that, a character of one gentleman who said that never read Materia Medica, the book about the medicine. Once he read it, and he thought he had every disease except for housewife's knee. And the doctor was amazed when he told him he has this disease, he has that disease. He said, why not housewife's knee? Because I'm not a housewife, he said. Otherwise, he had practically every disease and he wanted a medicine for that. That time doctors were wiser, I think. He didn't want to take money out of him. So he said, all right, I've given you the medicine, but you have to take it. When you go away from here, go to your bedroom and then you can take this medicine. So he went home and opened that. And there was nothing but a paper. And in the paper it was written, you are the greatest fool I have ever come across. Never read Materia Medica again. And you are absolutely healthy. So when you start telling them how the diseases are caused, also people can start thinking, oh, I must be having this trouble and that trouble. Nothing of the kind. Please don't think like that. I'm just telling you because you should not go into it again and it should not happen to you in future, not in the past. And those who have had problems also can be cured. It's not difficult. It can be cured. When you get your enlightenment, you can cure people. You can also cure. It's not difficult. So, now we'll start from the imbalances that we have. For example, a human being has another funny habit, is to go to extremes. If you tell him, now in the newspaper or say in the TV, it appears that your legs should be like this. The measurement of the legs appear, or the measurement of the body appears. All the ladies will try to be that, to become like the form that is given. But why? It might be some sort of an enterprise that people are trying to sell something just to make you thin or fat or whatever it is, and that's why they are publishing these things. Why just you go into it headlong? May not be required at all for you. Now when they do it so much overdo it, that they develop really the problems which never existed in them. They were normal people and suddenly they become sick people. So in this way, we have so many extremes we go to. For example, we are people who are right-sided and left-sided, as you can see here. The people who are emotionally very rich and who go to the emotional extremes, and the people who are more mentally rich and who go to the mental side more. Those who have any desire and just work with their desires and weep for it, and they are the most unhappy and the miserable people, and I couldn't get this and I couldn't get that, they are the left-sided people. The right-sided people are that, why did he get that, I must also get it. Such aggressive people are right-sided. Now, the people who are on the left-hand side think of their past. I was so very happy, now I've married this wretched man, I'm very weak. The man will say, I've married this wretched woman, or some sort of a thing. They go on worrying about themselves for nothing at all and making themselves miserable. So we have two types of people. The another one extreme case we can say is Hitler. Hitler was the one who was so aggressive. He used his aggressive policies. He got people who were dead, who were aggressive, and used them to entice people to become aggressive. They could not see through. They could not understand that they are not a special race. And they became such racist, which is one can't understand with human understanding, that how can there be a race superiority when God has created all of us? It's nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. It has no meaning and no basis. It's not natural. God has created everybody separately in a different way. But this kind of a thing comes into the mind when you are identified with certain ideas on the right-hand side, that you are an aggressor, you are an aggressive person. On the left-hand side, as I told you, a person makes himself miserable because he thinks of the past. But on the right-hand side, a people makes others miserable and aggresses others. Both sides are wrong. You have to be in the center. Neither in the future nor in the past. So how to be in the center is the problem. By saying it or by brainwashing it, it cannot happen. For that the Kundalini has to guide. But you have to keep the balance. You shouldn't go to the extreme of anything. You should not become identified or clubbed with something which is not normal. You should be with little normalcy about it. Like if you ask a person, now you have to do Hatha Yoga. There is a new system that has started, Hatha Yoga. Without knowing what is Hatha Yoga is, what was the basis of Hatha Yoga, there are Ashtangas and all these things to be done. I have seen people doing only that little part of it, Vyayama, which is so indiscriminate, which has no sense as to what chakras are catching, where the Kundalini is, what is the problem. Such people can develop heart troubles. Tremendous heart troubles they can develop and can be extremely negative people because, though they appear to be very positive, can be very, very dry. Very dry. They can develop divorces, they can be very aggressive. A time will come when they'll have no emotions. Even if their own child dies, they will not feel the emotions. They can be very, very dry. Now we don't see that dryness is a bad thing. We do not see that we are not feeling the emotions of another person. We do not think that is important. Left-sided people are the other way around, as I told. But when they go to the extreme, first they go into their subconscious, in which they see what had happened and they think of the previous lives and all that. And then they can go into collective subconscious if they go on pressing it too much. Or some of the people who are interested in their purse or all such base things can entice them, can hypnotize them, completely hypnotize them and push them onto the left side. Now cancer develops from the left side. Leukemia develops from the left side. Multiple sclerosis develops from the left side. I haven't seen one patient who has come to me having cancer, having leukemia or multiple sclerosis, who is a right-sided person. And ultimately they can be epileptic or they can become lunatic or schizophrenic. All those things can happen to them. The right-sided person, on the contrary, will get a heart attack. He'll get a heart attack. Definitely he'll get a heart attack if he goes too much with it. But first of all, he might develop a liver, very bad liver, hot temper with it. He may develop a pancreas trouble, that could be the diabetes. He could develop the spleen trouble, which could be a kind of a leukemia, which comes out of speediness. But it has to be triggered by the left side. So it is between first the anemia and all that thing happen, and ultimately he can get leukemia after that. And many children also become patients of leukemia because their parents are speedy. Extremely speedy people get leukemia because they are all the time acting on emergencies. Simultaneously, they are working on various things. Like you are driving, you are eating, you are listening to the radio, horrid news. Early in the morning you see the newspaper, all horrid things are there. They will never give a good news. You'll be amazed. We have been trying to tell people that we have found out solutions to many things. Please publish at least one line, half a line. But they would not. But if there's a calamity somewhere, a horrible thing happened, early in the morning you open the newspaper, only you drop down. You become so much upset that emergency is set in. Then you have your breakfast, you have to catch the train, you have to rush up, when you find that the train is delayed, you start shouting, screaming, all things work out. Ultimately what happens is that your spleen goes out of gear. It becomes crazy. When it becomes crazy, it's a speedometer. It controls our speed. And you become so speedy that nothing can fit into you. And the speed of the production of red blood corpuscles is so much increased that they become malignant. But of course the triggering, as I said, comes from the left side.